And that's definitely one thing that I have noticed with whiskey and whiskey distilleries. I mean, they change hands. When you're starting to do research, you just get overwhelmed by all the different acquisitions and selling and partners and all the different names and head distillers and blenders. It's absolutely wild. It kind of makes your head spin. Either that or it might be the whiskey as well. Welcome to Whiskey is a Journey. My name is Peter Fasciano. We're heading towards the end of the Buffalo Trace Distillery offerings that I have in my collection. Today we're going to go ahead and take a look at Weller Antique 107. Let's go ahead and pour it, nose it, taste it, and talk about it. So Weller is coming in at 107 proof, which is 53.5% ABV. This is the Buffalo Trace wheated mash bill. So instead of using at least 51% corn, rye, and malted barley, they're using wheat instead of the rye. There is no age statement on this whiskey, but it is said to be anywhere from 7 to 8 years old. Price on this varies. I've never seen this on the shelf, so just like most Buffalo Trace offerings, they're very highly allocated. I've never seen Weller on the shelves. I've seen it in liquor stores, and the amount that they want for this is just an exorbitant amount. I've seen it anywhere from $180 all the way up to $350. It's absolutely insane. If you do end up finding this in your area, hopefully it's anywhere around $55 to $60. But again, prices may vary depending upon where you're from. On the nose, I'm getting those classic bourbon notes, the vanilla, the honey, and the caramel. I get a blast of ethanol at 53.5%. It's definitely there. A little bit of spice. Maybe some like Christmas cooking spice. A little bit of oak. Let's go ahead and give it a taste. All right, I was wondering if this was going to happen. I've had this quite a few times. And my initial tasting of this, it just lit my tongue up, almost like I was drinking a carbonated soda. It just gave me this sparkly sensation, this tingling sensation. It hit the front of my tongue with a sweetness, then kind of gave me a little bit of carbonation feel, the syrup that's in soda. And then on the very back end, I end up getting some kind of wood oak, peppery spice. I'm going to go and give that a taste again. Yeah, let me try to articulate that a little bit better. Yeah, that just lights up my tongue. It hits the very front, and I get that tingling sensation. In the mid-palate, I get hit with sweetness. Rounds off to the side of my tongue. Get a little bit of tartness or tanginess. And then on the very back, I end up with spice and oak. Hold on a second. Almost a little bit of, I almost want to say that's a little bit like peanut brittle, but not necessarily with the peanuts. It was, I guess that would be the caramel or the sugar, like the cooked sugar. It just has that syrupy, resiny, cola kind of flavor to it. I know that sounds like I'm all over the board, and every time I've had this, it just seems to reveal a little bit more, and it presents itself just a little bit different each time. But the nose is definitely different than the palate. I have those classic bourbon notes, the caramel, the honey, the vanilla. But then on the taste again, that's just wild. Speckles the front of my tongue, lights everything up, flows over the mid palate. I do have that sweetness, the oak, and the very back spice, a little bit peppery, and the warmth that I'm getting here. It doesn't seep in like some and give you that really harsh bite, and it spreads out and it's just heat. This is a warmth. I wouldn't say that it's hot. And the finish is giving me a little bit of it almost has a bitter tart finish. Maybe a little bit herbal. Let's go ahead and give it another taste. Let it sink in. Now that time it seemed to taste a little bit more like cola, like the syrup that's in Pepsi, Coke, those dark colas. Spice on the back end. A little bit of bitterness back there. Maybe those are the herbs. I mean, I do like that. I like all of this. I like how it unfolds. It doesn't give you the typical bourbon taste on the nose, on the palate, and then on the finish. It definitely takes me for a ride, and I like that quite a bit. The finish is long. It's definitely there. I'm liking this quite a bit. Let's go ahead and add water to this and talk a little bit about Weller, and then we'll wrap this video up. Over the course of my discovering of Buffalo Trace, it seems like all of the products that I have been reviewing are not necessarily like original products of Buffalo Trace or the George T. Stagg Distillery. The distillery was founded in 1858. Weller started up in Buffalo Trace Distillery back in 1999, along with Buffalo Trace Bourbon. Blanton's started in 1984. Eagle Rare, as we know it today, was started in 2005. E.H. Taylor Small Batch, or E.H. Taylor line, was 2013. So that got me thinking, if the distillery was founded in 1858, one of their claim to fame is they are the longest continuously running distillery in North America. So what line of whiskey do they have that dates back to then? Or do they just recycle and cancel some stuff and then bring on new stuff? I don't know. If you guys know, let me know in the comments down below. Let's go ahead and move on to the final nosing and tasting, and then we'll go ahead and give it a rating. The water brought out a lot of the vanilla. Definitely calmed it down. I don't have that blast of ethanol anymore. Vanilla, caramel, honey, oak. Let's go ahead and give it a taste. Yeah, not much different on the taste. It's still lighting up my tongue. I get that sparkly kind of effervescent or carbonation feeling. Sweetness on the mid palate, oak, spice, and maybe a little bit of herbal or floral notes towards the back. It's crazy how much this changes as you're going from the nose to the palate. I really like this. All right, give it one more taste and we'll give it a score. Yeah, just the overwhelming cola notes. I don't know if that's the caramel syrupy portion of the cola. That's definitely present, and I absolutely do like that quite a bit. And as it changes and develops into the spice, oak, and herbal or floral notes. Good stuff. All right, I think I've repeated myself enough. Let's go ahead and get on to the scoring. By far, this is one of my favorites. I'm definitely going to want to reach for this more so than any of the other Buffalo Trace stuff that I've done to this point. So with that being said, 4.25 out of 5 stars. So good job, Weller. Good job, Buffalo Trace, for acquiring this. I think that's where I'm going to leave it today. Enjoy your journey. If you're new to the channel and you're digging this information, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. If you know anybody in the whiskey world, go ahead and share this with them. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Do all those things that YouTubers ask you to do at the end of their videos. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye. This is definitely my jam.